Hello, this is the hydrogen at the end of the universe. I literally cannot remember what we were doing last time. Maybe my inventory will give me a clue. The school year has started now, so it's quite likely that my uploads will become more sporadic and more infrequent. As now, of course this is 2020, so it's the weird year. Oh yeah, I was going across the sky. Oh yeah, and you're over there for some reason. First things first, I'd like to clear out a space as flat ground specifically for the old one's army. Okay, what I'm gonna go and do is I'm actually gonna build up a tower to there, and I'm gonna mine that whole little island out. Maybe no, I'm not gonna mine that whole island out. Let's see here. Here's a good area that I can flatten. I can flatten this spot. This episode will probably just be me flattening, by the way. Just some terraforming with me going over my plans for this time period, since so first things first, for anyone possibly watching this in the future, since I do intend to have this be my main world for some time, and as such, it's not unlikely that if I get popular after this, that there could be people coming in who are watching this to go back to where I started. Actually, I just realized I don't need to cut down that layer, although you are not in a good position. And do I want to cut down you? I think I'll cut you down to here. Yeah, this seems like a good spot to cut it down to. Oh, I should probably, if I'm going to be bringing everything down to one uniform level, check what level that actually is. It is 288 surface. Yep. Is it still recording? Hello. Okay, I bumped into my mic. Since it's dangling, I accidentally plugged it. That's annoying. Wait, I think I've gone past it, haven't I? Anyways, for those who are coming back to watch this is obviously being recorded in 2020, a year which I'm pretty sure will live in infamy. That's one way to put it. Another way would be that it's just about one of the worst years ever, and it's really not been a good year. Of course, for all I know, 2021 will be worse, but here's hoping. Hope springs eternal and all that fun jazz. Okay, that should put me on par. Mine. So obviously right now I'm just making the arena for the old West army. any case, my plan is to only record when it makes sense to, which isn't going to be as frequent now that the school year has started. And it also mean that I might become much more active when the whole quarantine thing finally is over. Out of my inventory. Not out of my inventory, but out of my bar. Wrong level. Wrong level. There we go. Now, this might be a problem. This massive just pond. And I've got an idea on how to deal with it. Just kind of an annoying one. You have to implement it. There's worms in there. Okay. And very nearly done with filling in this pond. Shame, but it has to be done. Progress. Okay, back to what I was saying. Obviously, I will be doing a lot less during the school year, but also keep in mind that this school year is at the very least starting off very weirdly. Yeah. Ooh, how long have I been recording for? 8 minutes, so what would that be? 8 plus, that would be 38. I can work with that. Yep, everything's still working. Good. Ooh, angry dandelion. Bye-bye you. So anyways, what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be, artificially filling in these, this pond here. No. Brain, please, start working more. Videos will probably slow down, but not too much for now. Videos will really slow down once normal school kicks in. However, until normal school kicks in, they might actually be somewhat normal, because I'll be able to get away with just doing stuff after all the Zoom classes for the day are over, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to do once normal school comes back. So, yeah. That's, why I'm doing it this way. Once normal school is back, I'll probably slow down, but I will try and keep up some sort of schedule. And whenever there's a break, I'll try and, at least for the duration of said break, create a more noticeable schedule. Now, obviously at the moment, the only people watching this are probably random people who happen to find it, and people who know me and as such have actually been directly told by me, hey, this is my channel, go be nice. But, again, I'm mostly making this with the idea that at some point in the future, this series here will kind of be my main one, and if I ever do make it big, I'd like the first videos, if anybody ever wants to actually go back and rewatch the first videos, to be at least somewhat fun and tolerable. And as such, I'm making them. We're just gonna carve out these back walls. Okay, that should do. Now, with all of that dug out, you should also be able to go and do this. Maybe I should do it from this side. I don't really care which side I do it from, I just care that it gets done. Now that should drain out, because it's got nothing stopping it. It's all one level pane. I'm honestly surprised that it hasn't already drained, considering that, yo, why are you not draining it? There you are. It was just being kind of buggy, I think, because it was so much space to cover. I wasn't really 100% certain what it was supposed to do. Any... no, there are not any fairies there. Because because one major goal I have is to collect everything. Now, I'm sure that there'll be things that I will miss in this playthrough. I've never done a true, what would you call that? A true completionist playthrough before? However, so I'm sure I'll miss things here and there. But I think that this will work for the time being. And I'm actually going to get rid of these trees here and now before they become a nuisance. There we go. There we go. Let's just do this. See. I need to find something to talk about. School. How's that been? It has been boring because it literally just started. Like yesterday. And nothing has happened so far. At all. I don't get why schools seem to think... Like, I can understand doing it in the early stages of schooling, but doing the whole meet-greet introduction thing for every level of schooling just always seemed weird to me. Like, just can't you do anything else? Like, at all? I don't know. Maybe they're just creatively bankrupt. There we go. Are you all gonna fall in that same hole? Yes, they all did. Which allows me to do this. That's one of my favorite things to do in this game, is to target enemies with kind of attacks that hold for a little bit, and just sort of that are all stacked on top of each other. Deal way more damage than really should be allowed in that one area. I think it's why I love the Nimbus rod so much. I wonder if they added a better equivalent to it in the 1.4 update. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because it's such a popular weapon. And more digging. But yeah, I never really understood why schools seem to think it's so important that they keep on doing the whole introduction, let's have everybody meet everybody thing every year. It's even worse this year because they're insistent on showing us these dumb videos about how to do Zoom. And I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of just embarrassing. Not for me, for them. We're better at it than they are. Oh, and also, they want us... I'm not, because I think it's a stupid idea. But they want us to... So, my school, they gave us these computers. Like, laptops. They gave them to us, actually, pretty much... Not that long ago. And they gave them to us, though, and then they overloaded them with like security protection stuff. Although it's not even security, it's, I don't know what you'd call it. It's basically just stuff so that they can monitor us, and so that we can't go on sites they don't like. Which, well, there's the obvious one, which I'm not even going to say, because YouTube. There's also the less obvious stuff like the games that you could normally access. And I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure the only reason they block those is because they just want to stamp down their foot and say that they can. Because outside of that, I don't see what advantage they get from blocking it. It just annoys the students and shows that they care more about something that nobody else cares about. It just seems like a bad idea. But in any case, the school gave us the laptop things, and they're absolutely overloaded with this garbage tech. And it's literal garbage. Like, it seems more like ransomware than actual thing that anybody anywhere would ever realistically consider using. It just seems so bad and inefficient. Especially considering that they're the school district. They should at least... You'd think they'd have at least some intelligence. If nothing else. But no, it's literally the worst program out there. I've actually looked into the specs of the computers they gave us. They're not bad. The reason why they're so awful is because of all the tech that they force us to use. And no, you're not actually allowed to uninstall it. They've put in some other program that blocks you from uninstalling them, or even finding where they are. But the way I see it is this. Anybody who's determined to get onto the sites that those sorts of things block is probably also determined enough to know how to hack to some degree and just disable the clients that they use. Just go in and find them and get rid of them. And the other thing is that, like, I just don't see how they think it'll work. It just loses trust on the students and makes us feel like we're some sort of subhuman thing that aren't even allowed anything. It just is an all-around bad idea. And they force us to use it. And one of the things that it is something that allows them to look at our screens. And I'm guaranteeing you that at some point in the year, some kid who happens to have rich parents is going to complain, and the rich parents are going to hire a lawyer, because the rich have the money to hire lawyers, and is going to sue the school for something that realistically, even I, as somebody who disagrees with their policies, will admit shouldn't be suable. But they'll get sued for it because they just mishandle so many things. Like, I don't understand how they mishandle it, to be honest, because it just seems like they almost are purposefully trying to be awful. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if they were just trying to be awful. See, while this is obviously hearsay because I wasn't there when it happened, I can almost guarantee you that with how awful some of the programs they use are, it's some sort of sponsorship deal that they got, and before they really had the opportunity to actually look at the program they were getting and were being required to use. I would bet significant amounts of things on that idea. So, yeah, it's awful. And one of the major problems I have is that it oftentimes will actually target school things. Like, a teacher will say, okay, use this site, and the site will get blocked. And actually, one thing is that I had to switch over to using my own laptop that I have. That's not what I'm on, by the way. I'm on an actual PC, but I have a laptop. I mostly just use it for writing. And I had to switch over to it because the stupid program they installed on all of the school computers that's on there actually blocked me out of using Zoom. It decided that Zoom, the thing that is necessary for school at the moment, isn't an acceptable program. I'm sorry, but in what world is it acceptable to say, yeah, we'll use that over... Honestly, I feel like you could actually get legitimate malwares that would be more beneficial to have than that pile of junk. And they also don't have just one pile of junk. They have like 5 different ones that are all competing with each other and are lagging up their machines. It's just so awful. And it honestly just is like, how do you think this is gonna work? Because I can't see it going any way other than failure. I mean, that's what I've seen so far, failure. It's raining in-game. Probably raining outside, too. If I were to look. My windows, though, got the curtain up, so I can't actually see outside right now. And even then, my bedroom's door, because I'm in my bedroom. Not door, window. Okay, so my house and the neighbor's house are really close to each other. Like, so close you wouldn't even be able to fit an alley between. But we do have a little side yard in between our houses. Yet since it connects only to my house's backyard, it's mostly just considered my house. And I'm pretty sure it actually is our property. But because of how thin it is, it's like compacted right on the edge of it. If I were to open up my window, I don't get a nice view, and I often can't even properly tell the weather. What I get is a white wall and 2 windows, both of which are covered. one being frosted. I assume it's their bathroom. I'm honestly glad that it's frosted. And the other always has a curtain. I, again, assume it's a bedroom or something. And again, I'm glad that it's up, but I have no view out there. And also, the little side yard, it's grassy, but it's also not a good grassy. It's like, it's weedy and kind of iffy, and it's like, I keep my window, I keep the curtain closed. Okay, when I first closed the curtain so long ago, for a while, I did it because of something that scared me as a kid. I can't remember what it was, but something happened outside, terrified me. But I've gotten over it. However, the thing is that back when I did that, first of all, two things to note. When I did that when I was like 4, 5, I can't remember when. And then I never, ever, ever opened up the curtain again. And it's been like that for so long that, despite the fact that it's a dark blue curtain, the side that faces the window has been sun-bleached into a pale, nearly white color. It's so close to white that you probably wouldn't, without knowing what color the other side was, the side that hasn't been bleached, you probably wouldn't be able to tell whether it was blue, purple, or maybe even a dark green, because it's just been bleached so white. And that's just because I never opened it, and so it only ever saw that side. Now, of course, I occasionally open it and get some natural light in. Not that it helps much. Again, the two houses are way too close to each other, and I'm not sure why they were built like that. Of course, it's better than the other side of the house. On the other side of the house, we have this garage thing. It's actually a business, and they're taller than us. So, yeah, no view out there. Actually, no, they're not taller than us. But still, no view. Although, to the back of the house, there does get a little bit of view, but it's still not a very good one. Because they've got this massive... Basically, I live on a hill. And their plot is entirely dug flat, but so that it matches the bottom of the hill. Meanwhile, the house is a bit more raised. You know, my house itself is more raised. But because their plot is all flattened and they've got this massive open area behind them, there's like this little indent with cliffs. And two of the windows on the other side of the house overhang it. And actually, from the side, my house, if it weren't for its red coloring, my house would look, in all honesty, like some sort of industrial thing. Like it wouldn't look like a house unless you knew that's what it was. Of course, because it's got the red coloring, you can kind of tell this probably isn't industrial, but without that red coloring, it would look fairly industrial in nature. And I don't know how much of a problem that is, but it feels like it should be a problem. Because the other thing is that the red coloring and the wood paneling that makes up the outside of the house doesn't actually extend down into their little dugout cliff. No, that's all, that's all in, what's it called? That's all in concrete. And so it looks just awful. Huh? Ooh. In any case, because it's all concrete there, it really does just look industrial. Wow, got a lot of iron crates here. Not really sure why. I don't really want them. What I want is dirtfish. Got it. Because I've got it, I feel free to do this. You can go back in here. You open up. Yep, nothing of worth. I could put it on, but it's not worth it. This penny, you gave me nothing of worth. There. There. Ooh, I got obsidian skin potions. What gave me those? Thanks, I guess. I'm actually gonna sell that, though. That's not really worth keeping. Beard. I have a beard. Yes, that is indeed a normal sentence that you would say anywhere, and it would make complete sense. No, it wouldn't. Okay. So we've got wooden stuff, but that's not really what I want here. See, I don't want gray brick. What I do want some glass. Glass will be an important part of this. But what I need for now is a stove. And let me make sure I know where I need to go to make it. What I'm thinking of making. Stone slab. Stone accent slab? A stone slab variant that merges. Oh, I remember. I watched a video that mentions this. That they made it so that stone slabs now actually merge with stuff, but that this one doesn't. Maybe tin plating. How much tin do I have? I can't even remember. This is a tin. I might want to use tin plating. Let's see. How much tin do I have? Is it worth it? Maybe. Because what I wanted... what time are we at? You're at 38, so... This normally the beeping goes off for a minute. Then 1 minute. Okay, so I'll let it beep its way to glory. I don't know. Quiet. But when it's done beeping, I will flip it to 5 minutes. But anyways, I'm gonna dig a little house hidey hole in. No. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna dig a... I want to, but I also don't want to. If that makes any sort of sense. Okay, so... if I put you 3 at one of the oceans... No. And now that you've 5 minutes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a little structure in... Yeah, I'm gonna build a structure in here, however, it's not gonna be what I thought it was. And for now, it's gonna be... My eventual goal, okay, is that you will be at the ocean. And this ocean, specifically, because remember, I'm gonna try and eliminate all that corruption and make this side all corruption. So I have corruption. And then maybe I'll use some other natural feature to create a crimson area as well, since I want a crimson. I don't know where, though. And then I'll probably block off the jungle and use that to protect this side of the world. Make this side made jungle with purity, then the hallow will be allowed in here, and then I'll protect this side of the world and make it so that this whole area is basically blank, and then this area will be corruption, and then probably somewhere in here, maybe in between the living trees and the dungeon, I'll put a crimson. So I have crimson, of course, is the reason why I really do that. But since I'm going to be making it less permanent than I thought, okay, what do you actually make it at? Make it at heavy workbench, heavy workbench. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab you behind. There we go. You can go in the trash, and some more of that. And we're going to go down here. We're going to use you to make... First, we're actually going to make as much tin plating as we can, because tin plating is one of my favorite blocks. I also really like copper plating. I like the looks of both of those. However, tin plating is more available in this world, and as such is what I'm going to go with for now. You're just a regular goldfish. You know, I'm not going to make... Okay, that's a little more than I actually anticipated making. And then we're also going to go and do you. N. K. E. R. 0. And inside the little base I'm going to do this. Not exactly like that, of course. Wait, did I make... I made the V statue. Ah. You. Yeah, I'll stop in a second. Need to come up with a use for V. I know. This is Fort Levi. And so, let's see here. Each of these is 2 blocks. No, I don't want to put them there though. Like this. 1, 2, 3. I can almost fit in 4. I just thing here at the sawmill, I'm gonna make some wooden beams. First, let's just start with 6 for 3 on both sides. And I just realized I'm actually let's pretend this is a T, this is an R, that's where O goes, that's where F goes. 1, 2, let's try to do it like this. Okay, that's how I'll do it. So that'll be fort. And then this side, so how many is this? 1, 2, I will do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Almost done, don't worry. This episode's running a little bit long, I think. Yeah, almost. Yeah, I need to end it now. If you're watching, thanks for watching. See ya later. This was the hydrogen at the end of the universe. Bye.